Welcome back. So in this video, again, we're going to answer another viewer's question. It's from Julia Cox. Again, I'll flip it up on the screen for you, and we can then discuss the video. You mentioned apologies in another video. Well, I would like to know your opinion on this, Charlie. So that's what we're going to cover now. It's going to be, people are going to disagree with me here, and again, that's absolutely fine. I've got no problems with that. But what happens is, as a communication unfolds, we're working through sensitivity. It's going to come through the apertures, like seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, feeling, so we've got this. These restricted vessel, a restricted instrument to 5 apertures where they can get their information through. And a lot of the time, people focus on a visual or feeling. A lot of the time. I'm not saying all the time, but a lot of the time. And so what happens is, when a communicator comes in, let's say, as a really bad example for you, we've got a communicator come in who was a terrible father, and he treated them bad, or mental abuse, that kind of stuff. They come through, and the medium, at the point of going to the message, or even during the communication, because we don't see it so much, but it should all be evidenced then the message, but you see a lot of it sort of muddled up. That'll be another video I do. But as the evidence of father is coming through, and then we shift to the message, they feel a regret, they feel a remorse, and so the mind just says, "Oh, Dad's sorry," and I've got a big issue with this, because I know that the spirit world, they don't say sorry in that sense, simply because sorry fixes nothing. Sorry doesn't take away the hurt. Sorry doesn't fix any kind of abuse or mental trauma that's happened. And just for the spirit world just to come in and go, "Sorry about that, I shouldn't have done that," is a little bit patronizing, a little bit demeaning in some way. It's not, for me, that doesn't sit right. So it's through the interpretation of the feeling that we're having that when we offer it out, the medium in question will say, "Your dad's sorry." And sorry, as I said, sorry doesn't fix anything. When in a real life scenario, if I was to walk into your front room and knock the telly over, and know that I've done it on purpose, walked in, tipped it over, smash, it's gone everywhere, and then I turn around and go, "Sorry about that." There's nothing there. It doesn't fix the TV. The TV's broke. And it doesn't do anything. In fact, it's going to cause a huge issue between me and you, because I've just broke your telly. It's if I've done it by accident and I go, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, I really, really didn't mean that," my tone changes, and it may be, "Oh, don't worry about it, it was hanging off the edge, it's not your fault," and so on and so forth. The forgiveness, the healing, or the process that we go through as humans, is not the fact that they have said sorry. It's their way, it's their motive, their ethic, their integrity, their acceptance of what they have done is wrong. It's not because they have said sorry, it's the acceptance that they were wrong, or they were out of order, or that, whatever, fill in the blank. Whatever that is, it's them accepting it that allows us that forgiveness, or allows us a healing process to take place. So if that's the case here with humans, the spirit world certainly wouldn't then get there and go, "Sorry about that, really shouldn't have done that, that's not something, not too proud of that." They just wouldn't do that. So the interpretation of the energy that's coming through is a regret, a remorse, an acceptance that they were a bad person, or they got things wrong. And the medium says, by the way, they're saying sorry. And so I think it's just a repackage. Many of you will argue, but I heard them say sorry, I heard it. And I would argue back that I would counter-argue that. Unless your communication is 100% clairaudient, then I don't believe you. I don't believe you that they said sorry. And your evidence would be extremely dialed in, it would be very good, and you would be plastered all over the spiritual magazines, and everyone would have heard of you if you're hearing them very, very clearly, because they will tell you exactly what it is to say if you are hearing it. So you will get some of your evidence wrong, you'll get some of your packaging wrong, and then expected to believe that they're saying sorry at the end of it. It just doesn't work for me in that way. So I think it's a misinterpretation. The spirit world won't come through and say sorry, because sorry doesn't fix the broken telly. Sorry doesn't fix anything. The acceptance of people doing things wrong is when we offer the forgiveness, or the healing process can take place. So I'm going to round that one up there. Thank you for the question, Julia, and you asked for my opinion. That's my opinion. And so I can wrap this one up here today. Subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll catch you all in the next video.